We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
Are you avoiding the fun or reducing your income because you're afraid to be in public? Not because you're insociable or because you're sickly, but because you believe that you could become a victim of a virus? Dr. Moreno, the creator of Method Moreno, simplifies terms associated with COVID and diseases induced by vaccines, while showing proven methods that enable you to strengthen your immunity, reverse the conditions originating after vaccines, and interpret the repetitive words of media with confidence. Release your fears by becoming more knowledgeable with How to Minimize Dis-ease, enhanced by Vaccine Association.
Do not think that what is hard for you to master is humanly impossible. And if it is humanly possible, consider to be within your reach. Marcus Aurelius. Life was a gift to you. You are here to express life and to release your hidden talents to the world. Your thought is creative. Begin to think regularly and systematically of success, achievement, victory, abundance, and the good life. Hotep, and welcome to another episode of You Are the Gym, episode 149, The Power of Your Imagination. Billions informed per day keeps the stupidity away. I'm here live and direct with you, my brothers and sisters, to share a moment, to share a few minutes with you, talking about imagination, utilizing your imagination, utilizing those thoughts that you think, because things are thoughts, as they say, right? Imagination, an extraordinary ability for the human mind to create, to visualize, to conceptualize ideas, images, and scenarios that you do not currently exist, that don't currently exist. And that might be in your immediate environment. You might be wondering what's going on. But what it does is trigger the creativity, the problem-solving issues you have. The fear of all fears, the how. Right? The how. So what is this imagination? What is this skill that we always had this skill? It's inherited in us. It's indated in you. It's embedded in you. It's literally part of your system, right? But what has happened, the outskirts or the outside entities have covered up your power of using this particular tool that you have. You was born with this tool too, utilizing your imagination or your visualization techniques, right? Envision. A human ability that you already have. And it can be expressed. This is one thing I love about your imagination. When you really taper it down, and you can go visit the other podcast shows I've been doing, talking about concentration, focus. This is particular help you. Well, it enhances this tool to become more clear, right? Clear within yourself, within you. Want to give thanks to all of you who support the show, who support my other mediums, my other podcast, social media venues, my books, my merchandise. Shout out to you. Much love and thank you. And I really appreciate what you have been doing. But what I want to talk about today is using your imagination. And you may be someone who have the ability to be another Michael Jackson, another Michelangelo, you know what I'm saying, another Da Vinci, another Tupac, you know what I'm saying, and many other arts, literature, science, and different innovations you can actually tap into when you awaken it yourself, and allow yourself to awaken it, right? So I'm pulling from a few books, as my brothers would say, some of the rich brothers. Oh, I don't read books. I don't do this. I don't do that. But what reading books does, it gives you the imagination, to give you the visualization of how things could be, right? Read a Harry Potter book. Even though you might have watched the movies, but you can utilize your own imagination. She wrote the book so geniusly that you can have different visions of the particular outcome of the scenario in Harry Potter, right? Think about that for a minute. So, I want to give you 7 pointers. I think I want to give you 7 points of imagination, but I want to give you some background. I want to give you something you can bite off of, right? Something you can take with you. Because like I said, your thoughts is creative. Begin to think regularly and systematically of success, achievement, victory, abundance, and the good life. It's meant for you. Literally, it's meant for us. This is the problem. We're allowing these outside entities, parents, love them dearly, your social environments, right? The religion, and many other facets of our social indoctrination, stop you from making the progress that you truly have, or you truly was born to do. You feel me? Are you with me? Are you with me? This is the whole point of activating that real how to get rid of that fear, right? Get rid of the fear. The fear no longer belongs in your vocabulary or in your belief system. Wow. It's no longer there. That's why I talk about the subconscious mind, reframing the subconscious mind. All fear is a learned lesson, right? It's a lesson. These are programs that you can actually utilize to better yourself. That's what it's for. The problem is we have got it misinterpreted by all these how other people are responding to certain situations. If you think poor, you stay poor. It's a mindset. If you think rich, you stay rich. It's a mindset, right? Think about it. You don't even think about the problem until the problem comes up against you. Think about this. Even when you're like in the workout mode or, in the fitness mode, you go do your workout regardless if you're feeling bad or not feeling bad. You get out there and do it. You don't know what to expect, but at the same time, you want to get that result. If that result, because it's never an ending. Let me throw that out there. It's never an ending. Like I said, I'm pulling from a few books I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit while using your imagination. A classic book. This is a book written back in the 70s or 80s, 1981. It was called Imagineering for Health. Serge King. Great book. Awesome book. He hits some key pointers, and he reminds me of a little bit of this Joe I can't even say his name. Joe Dispencio. Forgive me what the brother's name is, but he kind of remind me of him. You know what I'm saying? This brother was already talking about that stuff back in the 80s, before Joe even came around on the platform. Don't take me wrong, not knocking what he's doing, but at the same time, enhancing, just kind of connecting the dots for you, right? Connecting the dots, because a lot of times we don't connect the dots. We don't get the aha moments until the last minute, or even if we do get the aha moment, it's not even ratified at that time. So bear with me. So I'm pulling from that book. I'm also pulling from Miracle Power for Infinite Riches by Dr. Joseph Murphy, as well as Mastery by Robert Greene, a classic. And what's crazy about these books? It's all about rereading, right? Rereading, studying, following through, putting action to it, like I talked about wisdom, utilizing that wisdom and adding those action points, getting clearer and clearer. As you get clearer, everything falls in place. Even your belief system, you start changing your belief system. You start changing your subconscious mind to think more positive. I'm wealthy. I'm successful. You feel me? Are you with me? So the first step I want to talk about is creativity and innovation, right? A lot of us have this ability, but we don't use it. We don't use it. We ignore it. We don't listen to it, right? We get caught up in at the job, right? Or being caught up in this culture that's, oh, this is what's right. This is what you should be doing. You should have a 401k. You should be getting ready for retirement, this and that. Think about it, like I talked about. Retirement, that is a cold mindset. So they gave you an ending. They told you you're not creative no more. You're old. We don't need you no more. That's basically what they're telling you in a nutshell. And I'm just hitting some pointers. Are you with me, brothers and sisters? Now, innovation, imagination is a cornerstone to creativity. We know this. A lot of us know this. Think about this. Tupac, even if this Tupac situation is, if he's still alive, so be it. Shout out to you, much better. And it makes sense when you think about even those of you who was around during that period, 1996. It kind of makes sense. The dude was in debt. Obviously, you can clean your debt up when you're dead. So it just make a lot of sense too, to an extent, for a lot of purposes. Not just that, but a lot of purposes. Even if he's faking his death, but at the same time, he put in the work. That's the difference. You feel what I'm saying? And his imagination was so big. Look, listen to some of the lyrics that, not some of the lyrics, all of the lyrics that brother was talking about. He was basically predicting his future, just like you can, your future self, right? So this concept of innovation or creativity allows you to create ideas, concepts, solutions for things that are around you that will benefit not just you, but those around you. You feel what I'm saying? That's the crazy thing. Even when you look at like Darwin's upbringing, you know, and some of y'all might be against him, whatnot, but then at the same time, when you look at his habits, when you look at his routines of what he had done, why do we know his name? Think about this. Da Vinci, Marcus Aurelius, right? These guys put in work. Literally, they put in work. Dr. Africa, they put in work. Dr. Moreno, they put in work. And then they're not looking for permission. That's another thing too. Stop looking for permission. Do the things, do that ability or that talent that you have that is uniquely to you, because we all have uniqueness. Literally, we just have to tap into that uniqueness, right? You was born for a purpose. Literally, you was born for a purpose. You was born in a world, and you have all these hidden talents that you fail to push because you've been quieted, right? Somebody told you to shut up over there instead of listening to it. And that's all I'm doing here. I'm listening to my intuition, right? Or my imagination, or my subconscious, right? So what this do, it brings a designing aspect to the ground-breaking creativity, innovation, motivation, inspiration, and how you can not just enhance yourself, but you're enhancing humanity. Think about this. This is something that the universe was talking to me today about this. It was kind of interesting. Energy, right? Now, some of y'all may have a problem with the flat earthers, but I think the flat earthers are on to something, right? And when you look at history, or when you go back and back, they thought the world was flat too. And it kind of makes sense, right? Because resonance, right? Energy bounce off. It's bouncing off some type of energy field, right? So when you come across somebody and you feel a positive energy from that person, it bounces back to you, right? Think about this. Even if a homeless guy come to you and offer you a positive gesture, maybe you judging, I don't know, but you shouldn't be judging at the time, right? You shouldn't be judging, even though that's part of this is something that we've been manufacturing throughout our society, right? Because what we have been putting out there, propagandizing, or what the media has been saying what a homeless guy look like or a homeless female look like, boom, 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 and this is what you should do and avoid and yada, yada, yada. So that energy, right? That energy. So what I'm saying, it bounces back off. So what is the problem? It ain't even a problem. Think about this. We're in a dome, the firmament. That's what it said in your Bible, the firmament. The firmament. It didn't say the world was round, right? Firmament. Think it bounce off. Light bounce off. It's bouncing off something, right? To come back to resonate with you. That's the coldest thing, energy, right? And that's what this imagination is. Utilizing your imagination is energy, right? Everything's energy. I'm not saying nothing new here. But at the same time, I want to hit another second point to it. Problem solving. This is what it does for you. When you actually take the time to utilize your mindfulness, and what I mean by mindfulness, taking the time to meditate, taking the time to pray, even though those are two different energies, but at the same time, when you take the time to listen to the subconscious, listen to the conscious, listen to the universe, or listen to the chaos, if that's what you call it, or the monkey mind, as some of these brothers have been writing about, right? But this is the whole true and other essence. The problem solving start coming to you when you allow it to come to you, when you listen in, when you're tuning in. Like I said, you're listening to You Are the Gym podcast show with your host with the most, Heru, the modern monk, your cannabis fitness strategist. Now think about this. Conventional boundaries have been keeping you isolated from the innovations you have, the solutions you have already within your mind, via whatever talent you may have or express. Because a lot of us are wasting our talents at these jobs. Literally, at these jobs. These jobs are destroying and killing people. And we're going to talk about this too. I love what Nightingale said. Earl Nightingale, he talks about the security. We really think our job is security. It's temporary. Look, build your innovations, build your talent, build your skills. That's where everything comes and makes sense, right? That's where everything just makes sense. Period. We create our illness as we create our health. In the final analysis, no one can cure us but ourselves. What keeps everyone from realizing that is simply their beliefs about what healing and illness are. You have the ability, your imagination, your creativity, your visualization. You have the ability to take it to the next level if you make that choice. You have that ability. You're a god. You're a goddess. You have that ability to do, to say, when, where, why. Take responsibility for your actions. You're the all-seer, the all-knower. Come on, that Quran tells you that 24/7. Even if Muhammad didn't exist, it tells you that. That's the crazy thing. Even when you think about that, the Jesus and all these different manufacturing visualizations of these particular creative characters that they have came across with. A lot of them didn't even exist, but the concept of the understanding and the creativity, the imagination has been embedded within us. That's how powerful we are. So let me talk about 3. The third entity I want you to think about. Empathy and understanding. Right? Imagination allows you to put yourself in someone's shoes. For example, as I was using that homeless example, I've been homeless. I was homeless for 9 months. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't happy. But at the same time, you have to take that understanding to the next level. Why are you there? What puts you in that mindset? And not blaming other people for it. That's another thing I would say I'm grateful for. Not blaming nobody else for it. I know what I need to do. I know where I need to be. That's the key thing. Utilizing your imagination and take it to the next level for yourself. And not just for yourself, for others as well. Because you're the experience. You have this experience you can share with people. And then they can understand the perspectives, right? Because you have to understand the perspectives, right? So it helps you with the compassion, the tolerance, and deeper appreciation for not just diversity, but understanding of where you're at, what you can do, the ability, what you have, the unlimited possibilities, right? Through your imagination, your thinking. And then what's so cool about it, you connect the dots. Look, I don't like saying this, but look, I know what my purpose is. I'm a teacher. I know what my purpose is. Yeah, it's by reading or book format, writing. I enjoy the writing atmosphere. I enjoy doing that. I enjoy this particular model of sharing my views. Even though if nobody's listening to this, you're listening to it. Because it's out in the universe. It's out in the ether, my brothers and sisters. It's out there. So it gives me the ability to foster understanding and build stronger connections, not with just myself, but with others. Right? Because it's about understanding how the mind works. When you understand how the mind works, then we can communicate effectively. We can listen effectively to what is going on within us. Therefore, we can respect other people, where they're coming from. But I can tell you this right now. Most of us are lost. We're lost. We're lost in the chaos. We're lost in the distractions of what life has been representing for us in this particular generation or time period. Because when you even think about all these brothers who've been prophesied, it makes sense. It makes sense when we actually have the ability to understand the future self. If you put in certain things, if you're putting good things in your mindset right now, eventually it's going to be regurgitated or later duplicated later in your life. Right? Because it's the steps, it's the routines, it's the daily routines that you're creating. And that's the whole point of systemizing your daily routines, but systemizing routines that will be effective to your building better character, building an understanding of who you are, building more core values that are actually more additives value to you. Like I am always saying, how can I become a better man? How can I be a more higher valued man? Not just within myself, but for others as well. Lot more giving. Lot more grateful. Thankful. You feel me? And that brings me to the fourth point. Personal growth and self-actualization. This is where imagination plays a huge part in your role, right? In your personal development. How you envision in your dreams, your goals, your outcomes, your aspirations. And definitely clarifying the work. Understanding smart work. How's this smart work adding? What is it doing? What is it bringing? How's it affecting me? How's it affecting my people? And motivating others with the ambition, right? So the fifth row would be, for the fifth concept, mental stimulation and well-being. Engage your imagination and thinking. It stimulates your brain. It stimulates your brain for real. Your cognitive ability, how you're promoting your well-being, your mental capacity. What you're doing is you're giving yourself that chance or an opportunity to use this ability, right? This is where imagination comes in. It nurtures those activities. Reading, storytelling, dreaming, even daydreaming. creative hobbies. And that's one thing I want to throw out there. Get you a hobby. Stop playing around. Get you a hobby. And then start focusing. Start wanting to become a master at it. Right? Not just because it just make you feel good, but at the same time what it can do for others. You know what I'm saying? Plus, you're carving out your own destiny if you believe in that. Right? Or your own fate. However you want to look at it. Then the sixth step would be communication and expression. Imagination enables us to communicate complex ideas. This is where you have like the Edison or the Einstein mentality, right? The Einstein mentality, understanding how the universe works, relativity, right? These are some of the things that I think you have the ability, the Teslas, the 369, understanding your intentions, taking your intentions to the next level, communicating and expressing that through symbolic and metaphorically matters, through our artistic expression, even when you're writing, right? What you're writing about, subject matters that are actually motivational, not just to you, inspirational, not just to you, even with your music expression, how you perform, and even by doing your dancing, how you feeling, captivating ways, imagination, using storytelling as that vivid resonance to speak to that audience. Not just to the audience, but to you. Then the seventh point I would like to express here, visualization and goal achievement. Now, an imagination plays a critical role in that aspect, literally. Visualization. And I use a vision board. That's one of the things. I'll post that up on one of my social media. Just try to show you what I do, what I use, and how that's been helping my performance and my personal goals, period. I focus on 3 goals, and I mentioned that in my last show. But vividly imagine and design your outcomes to succeed, right? And like I said, the one thing we think of fear is how. We always thinking, how do I get this? How do I make this happen? Right? We got to get rid of that. We got to overcome it by building our skill set, by focusing in on our skill set, by concentrating on our skill set. And that may be sets. That may be, right? That might be writing, selling, marketing, communicating more effectively. These are the things that you should be doing in general. This is all about connecting with the people in general, connecting with yourself, connecting with humanity. This is what that's truly all about, using your imagination. Now, in this conclusion, I would like to just say, imagination is a key tool, if not a tool that you should be having in your arsenal anyway. Right? This tool allows you to explore new possibilities, think more creative, and shape your reality, and give people an understanding of what reality can be like, right? Because we all have our own interpretation. That's why you are unique. Nobody can be like you. Nobody has your same DNA makeup, right? This is understanding that you are unique in yourself. So nurture it. Embrace it. Embrace your creativity. Take the leap, or take the leaps, because there's going to be many leaps in your life. Until next time, much love, peace, and happiness. See you on the other side. Are you looking to take your fitness and wellness to the next level? Do you want to learn from the best trainers and coaches in the industry? From the comfort of your own home. Look no further than You Are the Gym Club Academy online courses. Our courses offer a comprehensive and personalized approach to fitness and wellness, with expert guidance and support every step of the way. Whether you're a beginner or a seasoned pro, we have courses that suit your needs and goals. From strength training and conditioning to mental health to mindfulness. And the best part, you can access our courses anytime, anywhere, on any device. With With our flexible and convenient online platform, you can learn at your own pace and on your own schedule, making it easier than ever to prioritize your health and wellness. So what are you waiting for? Invest in yourself and join the You Are the Gym Club Academy community today at youarethegymclubacademy.onlinecoursehost.com.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.